we are, so I'm going to go ahead and ask what I always do with you guys. And we're going to pull up Pecos Bill. All right, so the questions right here for Pecos Bill. So did everybody have a chance to read it and go over it? If not, you should watch the recording because the last lesson we did, we read it together. All right, so everybody should have gone over it by now. So let's go ahead and let's just go through these questions really quickly. So number one, where in the American frontier does the story take place? Who knows the answer to that? Where does that take place? Where does it say? Nobody knows? Okay, let's look here. All right. So ask any coyote near the Pecos River in western Texas. So what state is it telling you it takes place in? Where is it? Somebody said it. Texas? Okay, I heard somebody say it, Texas. All right. So number two, how was Pecos Bill's childhood amazing? What happened to him that was so crazy in his childhood? Yeah, Caitlin, you got it, Texas. Jeremiah, do you know what happened to Pecos Bill in his childhood that made it so special?
No.
Who was he raised by? Do you remember? Who remembers? Yep, he was raised by a coyote. Good job, Steve. Good job. All right, number three. What was one amazing adventure Pecos Bill has in this tall tale? What's one thing that happens that's crazy? Anyone remember? Jaylee, Garen, y'all remember? Let's see.
He was with like a whole pack of like coyotes.
Say it louder, Jaylee. I can't hear you.
He was with like a whole bunch of coyotes that kind of like raised him. Like,
yeah, those coyotes raised him, so that's crazy from his childhood, right?
Yeah.
Amazing adventure to be raised by coyotes, right? Good job, Jaylee. All right, let's go to number four. What kind of special story is Pecos Bill? What kind of stories are we reading about this week?
Tall tales.
A tall tale. Good job. Very good. And remember, we said tall tales have a lot of exaggerations. This big word right here, exaggeration, and those are like things that are just not true, that are just kind of made up to make the story interesting, right? So let's keep going. Number five, what are some things the tall tale says Pecos Bill created and invented? And do you think he really created any of these? So what's one thing that it says in the tall tale that Pecos Bill created? Remember?
We are on 5.
Yep, number 5.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. He put together the biggest ranch in the Southwest. He invented what? Tarantulas
and scorpions.
And scorpions. Do you think that a man really invented tarantulas and scorpions?
No.
No. So that's an example of what?
Like a lie.
What?
Of what?
like a white,
What is it? A what?
Exaggerate. Wait.
Exaggeration. Very good. Very good. All right. Let's keep going. Question number, where are we at? 6? Yep. All right. Just that word we just talked about. Name one exaggeration from this tall tale and tell me how it's an exaggeration. So we just said one was that he invented tarantulas and scorpions as practical jokes, right? So what's another example of an exaggeration from this tall tale?
they like, hmm,
You got it, Jaylee. Keep talking. Talk louder, though. We can't quite hear you.
that, give me a second.
Say it loud.
Give me a second.
Give me a second, okay? Let's go look at it together. Let's see. Okay, so right here it says, for a while, Bill and his gang managed to lasso water from the Rio Grande. So the Rio Grande is a river. So we talked about lasso, and when we talked about lasso, we said that was the rope that has the loop at the end that you see cowboys and they'll go it out and rope it around like a bull or something.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
think it would be possible to do that with water?
No, cause like water is like you can't keep it like
Yeah, water, you can't lasso the water. If I threw the rope in the water, would I be able to pull the water out of the river?
no, it just gonna float.
No.
No, it would just go right through, right? So that's an example of an exaggeration, and that couldn't happen in real life, right? And like we said, tall tales have a lot of exaggerations in them. Okay. Number 7. Okay, so this one we're going to have to use that inferencing skill. And remember, when we do an inference, we have to draw conclusions or make predictions based on evidence in the text. So number 7 says, explain how the main character, Bill, got his name. So they're not talking about the Bill part, they're talking about the Pecos part, right? And if you think about it, was there something in here that also had the name Pecos? Let's see if we can find it. I think it's at the very end.
I think the coyote.
No, not quite the coyote. So remember, at the end of the story, when we said Pecos Bill and Slewfoot Sue, they got stuck on the moon, right?
Mhm.
So then it goes on to tell you that Texans will tell you that every time you hear thunder rolling over the desolate land or the empty land near the Pecos River, that's just Bill's family having a good laugh upstairs. So what else could Bill have? Where could Bill have gotten his name from?
The
You got it. What did we just say? The what?
the, the moon? No.
Nope, right here. What is this?
The Pecos.
The big river.
The
Yeah, the
Pecos River, right. So he got the name Pecos from the river that he lived near, okay? So like I said, it doesn't tell you in the story ever that that he's named directly after the river. You have to make that inference, okay, based on these details. So that's a hard skill. All right, number 8. Tall tales have events that could happen, reality, things that could really happen in real life, and events that could not happen in real life, and we call those a fantasy. So it says to list 3 events from the story that could have happened in reality. Okay, so let's do that one first. Can someone tell me something from the story that really could have happened in real life?
You can't be raised by coyotes.
That could happen in real life or that couldn't happen? So tell me something that could have happened in reality. Could somebody really have been raised by coyotes in real life?
No.
No.
No, that wouldn't have worked. So tell me something in the story that happened that could happen. Anybody? So let's talk. All right, let's go back. Okay. Okay, so right here, when Bill started out on his adventure, right, it says his horse stepped in a hole and broke his ankle, right? That could happen in life. Step in a hole and break his ankle. But later on, it says he draped the hair around his neck and hurried on. Do you think somebody could really carry their horse around their neck on their shoulders?
No.
No, that would be really heavy, right? Yeah. All right. So let's see if we find another one. Let's find 3. Let's keep going. Okay, so he could have actually created a very large ranch. What's a ranch? Where you keep like cattle and horses and stuff. Can somebody really create a ranch in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely have it. You see them all the time out here, right?
Yep.
But then it goes on and says he used New Mexico as a corral and Arizona as a pasture. New Mexico and Arizona are both what? What are they? Said, hold on, something went wrong. All right, let's see. All right. Kaylin, are you back? Problems. All right, looks like Kaylin went out. Hey, Miss Morgan. All right, we're just going to keep going and keep recording, okay? All right, so Arizona and New Mexico are both states. Can somebody use an entire state as a place to keep cows and horses? Can they do that with a whole state? Is that possible? No?
No.
So that's another exaggeration, okay? All right, so let's keep on going. All right, number 9, last one. So it says, explain how Death Valley was formed in the Tall Tales. What does it say that Pecos Bill did to create Death Valley? All the water dried up. Let's see. All the water dried up and it was very, very dry. Okay. Said a black elk appeared, heading straight for Bill's ranch. Okay, and everyone else was scared, but Bill, he just lassoed up the cyclone and he got sucked up into it and he rode the cyclone. Could somebody really ride a cyclone in real life, a tornado?
No.
No, definitely not. All right. All right, so he rode the cyclone, all right, and he squeezed all the rain out of it and got the rain from Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona, okay? And then whenever he did that, the earth sank really low, and that's where he landed, creating the area known today as Death Valley. So they're saying whenever he dried all that up, it sunk the ground down and created Death Valley, okay? Do you think that really happened in real life? Do you think Pecos Bill really created Death Valley?
No.
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 No, definitely not. All right, let's keep going. I want to show y'all how, excuse me, how to find these vocabulary words. So last week, in Sally Ann, Thunder Ann Whirlwind, that text, it gave you the definitions of the vocabulary words on the side of the text, right? But today in Pecos Bill, you don't have all that here. So I'm going to show you what to do. If you go to go to Clever, and scroll down, you'll see this vocabulary.com, okay? If you don't see it right here, remember, you can always just type it in the search bar and it will pop up for you. So when you click on vocabulary.com, it's just log into Clever. And remember, mine looks different because I'm a teacher, so I have like different setup here. But you should still see this right here where it says look up, and that's where you go look up. All you have to do is click that, and it'll pop up. You go and get your first vocabulary word, which is energy. You can type that if you want. Definition of the word. The general meaning of energy is the ability to be active. If you have a lot of energy, it means you like to be active. If you plan a low energy day, it means a day of lounging around, which is what most of us do in these days, right? Lounging around. So that's what today we're doing. Look up your vocabulary words through Clever. Okay. And let's go to our Google Classroom, and you'll see right here that I posted your Pecos Bill vocabulary. So whenever you click on that, it'll take you to Classic, and you can enter in those definitions just as they're written right here from vocabulary.com. Okay? Time to remember today. You'll also see I posted your brain pop for social studies on YouTube. So if you click on that, if you're clever, Karen, I know you commented that you were having trouble logging in. Sometimes you just need to shut down your computer and restart it. If you don't if it's still not working, Garen, tell your mom or you send me a message, and I can send you a different login for you to use for just right now, okay?
Okay.
All right. So any questions about anything else before we get off of the call today?
Are we doing John Henry's next week?
Yep, we are going to do John Henry next week. So you'll notice if you are using are y'all using the paper packet or are y'all using the online packet?
I'm using a paper packet.
Paper packet, okay. You have the paper packet, Jeremiah. John Henry just goes like straight through, but if you're using the online packet, I think it must have been like too big, so they split John Henry in half. So you'll have half of it on part one, and then the other one will be on part two where your questions are. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Anything else before we go?
No, ma'am.
No,
Okay.
ma'am.
Well, don't forget on Friday, I'm posting your online field trip, right? And if you were on the call on Monday, I gave you guys a hint. Does anybody remember what the hint was?
Out of this world.
Mommy.
Out of this world. So where do you guys think we're gonna go?
Outer space.
Outer space, you think? Where in outer space?
Like Jupiter and stuff.
On Jupiter and stuff? Maybe. Jupiter would be fun.
Oh, no,
Okay. Well, those are good guesses, so we'll have to wait and see, right?
Right.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
Miss Betty,
Yes, ma'am.
before you all end, I just wanted to say hi to everybody.
Hey, Miss Morgan.
Hey,
See you. How's everybody liking online school?
Good.
good.
You like it? Good. I'm glad to see you all are participating and learning, and I hope to see you again next week. Have fun on your field trip Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Morgan.
Bye.
All right, guys. I am going to stop recording.